So I've been thinking a lot lately about free will, and it's been popping up a lot in social media stuff that I've been checking out, in quizzes that I've been checking out, and the question is, do you believe that humans possess free will? And I've taken time to really think about that because it's something that people think that we have, but I don't think that they fully understand what it is and what it means. The definition of free will, and I'm reading this from the dictionary, is the power of acting without the constraint of necessity or fate, the ability to act at one's own discretion. And I could be overthinking it, I could be far off the mark, I don't know, but I don't believe that humans have free will. I believe that we have free will within a bubble, which isn't real free will to me. Because in my mind, free will is if I want to go right now and build a house in a foreign country, no one can tell me that I can't do that. I don't have to go through red tape. I don't have to ask permission. I can just go and do it. That's free will. On the flip side of that negativity of free will, if someone wants to walk into my house right now and say, I'm setting up shop here, this is where I live now, I wouldn't be able to tell them no. Because free will, in my mind, is your ability to do whatever it is you want to do. And I think people took that as a pipe dream of, you want to be an actor, you can go be an actor. You want to be a doctor, you can go be a doctor. You want to go be in a band, you can go be in a band. And yeah, you can do all those things, but everything comes with an asterisk. Everything comes with a comma, but you got to do these things as well. And in my mind, I believe that free will should be a no strings attached deal. Now here's the catch-22 with that. I mentioned some positive things you can do with it. I mentioned some not so pleasant things you can do with it. And I think it's because of that broad spectrum of the good things that you could potentially do and the bad things that you can do that there's no way that we were ever meant to have that free will. And if we were meant to have that free will, it wouldn't have come with strings attached, and it wouldn't have come with a negative connotation to it. And I hope I'm making sense. When I think about these things, I kind of just spit out the first thing that comes to my mind, and then I try to make sense of it. I feel like that is the most raw, it's the most authentic, it's the most uncensored way to get my feelings out. I have no problem interpreting how I feel after it's out there, but it's trying to interpret it in my mind and put it out in a way for people to understand that I think it gets lost in translation. So that's why, if I sound jumbled, that's why. But with all that being said, I don't think we have free will. If you're religious, you may think that we had free will, or that we do have free will. And if you're not, you may think so too. I don't know. It's whatever you believe. I'm a firm believer that whatever makes you happy and makes you a better person, which, who am I to judge if you're a better person or not, but whatever is moving us in a progressive path for good, you do that. You do whatever makes you happy when it comes to that. But that free will thing, man, it's something that really makes me think and makes me question, and I feel like that's a good thing, people are very quick to give an answer that's very, very vague and very, very broad. And I'm not okay with that. I think that you should inquire to know more. I think that you should ask more questions. I think that you should find an answer. And then when you're satisfied with your answer, then by all means, you can stop. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not telling you that you need to continue to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and potentially beat a dead horse. I'm not telling you to do that. But what I am suggesting to you is that you find the answer that legitimately answers your question. Don't take some half-ass answer. I talk to older people sometimes about like death and all that kind of stuff, and they view it as either A, God needed an angel, so he took this person. Which, what? I can't even process that mentality. Or people will ask, well, what are we breathing? Oxygen. Well, why does it keep us alive? It just does. That's not an answer. There's an answer. There's science. There's research. People have worked hard to get you these answers. You just have to be willing to find them and dig for them. I'm almost to the point to where I think everything has some substance of reason behind it. I'm not saying everything. I'm just saying that I'm at a point where almost everything has some sort. And so I don't want us to fall into this pit to where we just accept the easiest answer as gospel and that's our way out. Like, why am I hungry? You just are. All right, great. That's all I need to know. No, man, like my body needs nutrients to survive. And the food that's out there gives my body what it needs to survive. The circle of life is a thing for a reason. Well, what's that reason? We'll find it. You know? I feel like that nowadays there's so many people that find no real meaning in life, and that's why gun violence is up. That's why suicides are happening. That's why it's so easy for someone to take another human being's life. Because they don't find value. They don't ask questions. They don't put value. And when you don't put value in anything, how are you supposed to care? Like, honestly, if you hear, I'll give this as an example, and it could be apples to oranges, I don't know, but I'm just gonna put it out there. You hear that a person you just met's parents have passed away. You're gonna be like, oh man, that sucks, I'm sorry, but then you're gonna move on, which is acceptable, I get that. But if your parents pass away, you're heartbroken. Why? Because you've invested time, you've invested love, energy into your parents, and they've done the same for you. So if you have a friend that passes away, you'll have a similar emotion, because you've invested time in your friend, so much so that it affects you on a wider scale. So I believe that if we just invest more time in defining these answers to these questions, as opposed to just this very, very short and vague answer, we could answer all of these questions that we have as human beings. So I went on a rant there, I apologize, but at the end of the day, my moral of the story is, no, I don't believe in free will. And that's that. And that's okay that I don't believe in free will. Now, if you have evidence and you have proof and you want to have a discussion about how we do in fact have free will, I'm all ears. I'm always open to hear a different point of view, a different standpoint, because it kind of shows me what makes you tick, and I enjoy finding out what makes a person tick. I think it's a positive step for me to understand people as a whole. So that's what I want to do.